We have seen so much rain just since Thursday of last week, over 20 inches. Yeah, you heard me right. 1.5 feet of rain has fallen. That has created the catastrophic flash flooding. So I really want to break down the details on Camp Mystic because that was one of the worst tragedies that we have seen. And they were one of the places that did see quite a lot of rainfall nearby, at least. The rain continued throughout the afternoon. Not a lot of rainfall, though, until the late night hours. It wasn't until about midnight that the heaviest rain started to fall. And then at 12:42, the National Weather Service upgraded the flood watch that they had in effect earlier in the day to a flood warning. That flood warning continued through the overnight hours when they said that there likely is going to be significant impacts possible. They said get to higher ground. But unfortunately, those warnings were not heard in a lot of these locations because a lot of them aren't in cell phone service. So that's something to keep in mind. So yes, all these warnings went out. It was a well-warned system. There just wasn't a lot of people who actually received it because they weren't in cell phone service. That's why NOAA weather radios are so important because they always have service as they're connected to satellite. Then you saw those catastrophic impacts when they said that there likely is going to be threats to human life. And because the rain fell all morning and into the afternoon hours, they weren't able to actually go in and try to save the people that were in the areas that saw the heaviest of the rainfall. So keep that in mind. The location of Camp Mystic also really, really important because normally there's a pretty sharp bend in the river that all of the water falls, but 7 to 9 inches fell upstream. So instead of following the normal flow of the river, it likely followed the creek and went right through the camp. And unfortunately, that's why there was the wall of water that devastated the area.